This morning, Oklahoma City Mayor David Holt joins us live for our Thursday chat.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor. How are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm doing great.
Good, good. We want to start with this. The City Council just voted to raise Oklahoma City water rates. We wanted to talk to you about really what the big deciding factor was on making that vote.
Certainly. Well, one of the things that our community has done the best is planning for our water. You know, it's not something we talk about a lot because they've done such a great job. We're usually set up for half a century. And you know, that's been the case for a long time. And, you know, maybe you know or your viewers know that we acquired the rights to Lake Sardis a few years ago in southeast Oklahoma. So that's continuing that trend of being prepared for the future. Well, part of that, you know, costs money, obviously. All these things have an expense. And so, you know, our water utilities department will from time to time reevaluate the costs. And so once again, they went through that process. It was a very intensive process. They ultimately came up with these new rates. I'm told that it's going to add an average of a little over $3 a month to each person's bill. So it's not, it's obviously not a huge jump, but it allows the city to continue to provide the services that people expect and allows us to stay ahead of the curve as we have all these years so that you can turn on your faucet and water comes out without having to think about it. There's a lot of other people who are doing that thinking for you, and we wanted to make sure that process continued, and so we had to reevaluate the water rates. And fortunately, we received very little feedback. It seemed like people understood that this was what we needed to do.
The City Council and Allied Arts approved a plan to offer $1 million in American Rescue Plan assistance to eligible organizations. What is that program? What type of organizations are we talking about, Mayor?
Yeah, so what you're referring to is our ARPA dollars. Of course, every city in the United States received direct funding through ARPA. We got $120 million. And much like the CARES Act, which was very similar the year before, all of this is a response to COVID-19. We have been very intentional about setting aside money for arts organizations, you know, because not all arts organizations are not always going to be eligible for some of the other small business support programs that we engaged in, and we don't want to miss them. You know, we understand the role of the arts in our community. We understand the important role that artists play. And so we've been very intentional, both in CARES and in ARPA, in setting aside money for arts organizations specifically. So this is $1 million that Allied Arts, our wonderful arts advocacy and fundraising organization here in the city, will administer, and they'll use those funds to support arts organizations here in the city. And again, we understand how important a part of the community that is, and this helps make sure that their work continues.
Mayor David Holt, thanks for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a great day.
You too.